Hi all, welcome to the Project 3 introduction video. In this video I'm going to give you a few more directions for how to work with this assignment, but make sure you read the prompt before you watch this video. So, first of all, a quick overview. This assignment is an argumentative, research-supported essay. That means that you need to choose a topic and create an argument on it using a variety of argumentative strategies and outside sources to support your position. In terms of topic, you can continue working with the same one from your writing project 2, or you can pick a new one. Staying with the same topic means you can reuse the sources you've already looked at for your project 2, so that will definitely make your life easier. However, you might be getting tired of that topic, so feel free to choose a different one. Whichever topic you choose, make sure that it's something that is not too broad and not too narrow. You'll have only about 5 to 6 pages to make a well-developed and supported argument, so choosing a topic like climate change is not going to work at all. It's just too big. But if you can narrow it down to something more specific, like for example, ways to curb the most dangerous air pollution contributors on UNLV campus or in the Las Vegas area, that will work a lot better. And finally, you'll have to come up with an actual argument about this topic, a claim that can be supported and argued for. So 2 things that cannot be argued about are personal opinions and well-established facts. So make sure your argument is not just your opinion or something that cannot be debated because it's a fact. So you need to find that middle ground for your argument. And what do I mean by argumentative strategies? When you were analyzing your sources for Project 2, you looked at how they were using logical arguments like citing statistics and examples, how they were sometimes appealing to the audience's emotion through the use of imagery, humor, and fear. And now it's your turn to come up with ways to convince your audience. How to do it, of course, will depend not only on the argument you want to make, but also on your intended audience, or who you're trying to convince, and your chosen medium. And I recommend that you make good use of the medium you choose, including visuals, design elements, and other things to make it more appealing. And in terms of mediums or genres, the assignment is going to be a lot more multimodal than our Project 1 or especially 2. So you have a choice between creating your argument as a blog post, a video, or an audio podcast. Your medium will affect not only the way your argument looks, but also who your audience is likely to be and what kind of arguments you're going to use for that specific audience. For example, if you choose a blog post, you'll need to include some images and visual data, hyperlinks to other sources, and you'll need to think carefully about the fonts, the colors, the text position, etc. But your blog will still rely primarily on text. Whereas with a video, you will need to cut down on the amount of text or speech you use and how your text and visuals work together. With the audio podcast, you will need to create a script that you can read out loud that wouldn't sound too much like a paper and instead will sound more like an actual human speech. And you can get more creative too and make your audio podcast into a dialogue between 2 or more people. And I recommend choosing whatever medium you're comfortable with or whichever will be most productive for your specific argument for your message. And don't be afraid if you're not sure how to make a video or an audio. There will be plenty of instructions and I'm always here to help. And finally, one more point about the research component for this project. You will need to include at least 4 outside sources, one of which will have to be scholarly or academic, which is pretty much the same thing. That means that it must be an article published in an academic journal, or you can use a chapter from a book published by a scholarly publisher. You can use these outside sources in a variety of ways to support a point you're making, to show an example, to demonstrate the opposing side of the debate, or anything else. Just make sure you're using these sources in a meaningful way, not just throwing in references without explaining what they are. And we'll look at how and where you can find your one required academic source and how to best use your sources in general as we move through the next few weeks. So that's all. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions about the assignment, please let me know right away.